Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. This is kind of just an introduction to, introduce myself, introduce the project, and give you guys a bit of history. So my name's Ryan, I'm 33, I live in Perth, Western Australia. I've got a 1971 Datsun 240Z, and I'm going to be hopefully restoring it to its former glory. It's pretty beaten up, pretty run down, pretty rusted. But yeah, so I work FIFO, fly in, fly out, for anyone who doesn't know. And I have a week off at a time, so I'm going to try and get there at least once every fortnight. So hopefully there'll be a video every fortnight. And I'm going to go through the whole project, hopefully documenting it all. That's why I started this channel originally, just to document the build. And yeah, I didn't actually originally plan to start a YouTube channel. So at the start, you're going to notice some of the videos aren't very, well put together, or the footage isn't that well done, because I wasn't really planning on doing this. I was just kind of doing it for myself so I could look back in, 10, 20 years time and look at all the work that I did. So my background, I don't have any mechanical experience. I've never welded, never taken an engine out of a car, I've never rebuilt an engine, I've never rebuilt suspension, I've never done anything like that before, ever. I don't have any qualifications for it. I'm just going to kind of learn as I go along, so yeah, do bear with me. I'm going to do some silly things. Try not to be too harsh in the comments. But yeah, so some videos are going to be boring, because that's essentially part of putting a 50-year-old car back on the road, is you got to do a lot of boring work. So yeah, please bear with me. I'm going to do the best I can to try and make it entertaining. So yeah, the 240Z, why the 240Z? For me, I was always a huge Japanese sports car fan growing up in the 90s and 2000s. So, I mean, the real original Japanese sports car is the 240Z. That's the first sort of proper popular mass-produced sports car that made it internationally. So yeah, it's a precursor to all the Japanese classics, from the Toyota Supra to the NSX, like all these cars exist because Datsun, went out on a limb and was successful in America and the rest of the world. So yeah, the 240Z is pretty rare in Australia, especially on the West Coast. There's more over east, but on the West Coast you can't find any more that are, in need of restoration. Majority of them have been worked on or restored, and you're talking about 80,000 Australian dollars to pick a restored one up. You can't really find the barn finds. There's not that many of them left. They're few and far in between. So the history of the car, I bought this car 10 years ago. I initially planned to try and, build it up to be drivable and then enjoy it for a little bit before I tear it down. But due to unforeseen circumstances, I wasn't able to do it. I didn't have a place to tear it down, so it just sat in a shed for 10 years. I started the rebuild back in November, I started the dismantle back in November 2018. Then I had a kid, my son. And so I didn't touch the car for another year and a half. And now I'm sort of getting real consistent, doing sort of once every fortnight. I'm doing, 3/4 of a day of work. The car's not actually with me. It's at my dad's shed, which is about 40 minutes from where I live. So I gotta drive there, I gotta drive back, I gotta, send my son to daycare, I've got to come back, cook dinner for the family. So on my days off, I'm pretty strapped for time, so I just do what I can do. And yeah, some of the videos will be longer, some of the videos will be shorter. Plans for the car, I'm going to be trying to keep it as original as possible, especially in the looks department. I don't, you know, I love the look of the flared arches. I think it's a gorgeous car stock. You know, it just needs a bit of lowering. It's a bit high stock. Yeah, try and keep the looks as stock as possible. I don't have an original engine, so the car came with an L20. And so I'm going to put in an L28. I'm probably going to do a bit of work to it. Probably going to stroke it. At this point in time, I'm not going to do the engine rebuild. I'm going to let the professionals do that. I don't want to spend countless hours building an engine just for it to blow up. I've got no idea what I'm doing. So that part I'm going to leave to the experts. I'm going to be doing most of the bodywork, hopefully. Majority of it, and the majority of the disassembly and reassembly. So yeah, I hope you do enjoy the little videos. They're not too long. I don't want to make them too long. I don't want to be like some of these guys who are doing 240Z restorations. They just talk too much, and it's like, shut up and show me what you're doing. I don't have the intent of teaching you guys how to do stuff, because I don't know what I'm doing. So if you learn anything, it's purely because I'm learning something, and I'll just share with you what I've learned from making probably lots of mistakes. But over time, I'm going to try and, you know, improve the quality of the videos, and hopefully you will you'll enjoy them and get something out of them, and hopefully you'll subscribe and follow the journey, the ups and downs, the triumphs and the failures. But yeah, so if you want to have a look at my first video, which is the start of the dismantle, yeah, the link will be in the outro of this video. So I really hope you guys enjoy. Thanks.